These are my most played games on Steam, and in this review series, I'm going to tell you if a game is worth your time or not worth your time. So a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And at number 3, we have Rust. Rust holds a special place in my heart that is this really unique, toxic, cancerous little mass that has lodged itself in my soul, that if I am exposed to it too much, I start to feel ill. But in the right doses, it's really enjoyable and it's really fun. There's something about this game that if you've never played it, you should play it. It's awesome. I mean, I'm going to give you the answer up front. You should play Rust. It's fantastic. The only issue is it will test your patience. If you have time to play games and you're looking for a rewarding yet extremely challenging multiplayer game, Rust can be that. It's this really cool mixture of immersive role-playing PvE sort of thing, which you'll get shit on by people who play. Like, if you role-play a bit too seriously on a serious PvP server, you'll get laughed at. But it's impossible not to get immersed in this world and feel like you're actually going out on raids, or you're down in the tunnels or like the subway system doing stuff. There's something about this game that just, if it gets its claws into you, it sucks you in. For me, that was over COVID, and I got introduced to this for the second time, really. Like, initially when it came out, it didn't do anything for me, but I got in again over COVID, and somebody had a base that I had access to, and he was showing me around his base, and he showed me all of the electrical and the irrigation type work he had done. And I had no idea that you could wire up your entire base with electricity and have turrets and have a farm that had automated sprinkler. And the moment I saw that, oh, you can do all this other stuff besides just PvP, I was hooked. You know, funny enough, my username came from Rust. I made this server during COVID, and it was essentially like, this was the website that I made for this server because I was so into the game. I'll pause kind of as I'm going down. You can read the stuff if you want to. But essentially what this server was, there were undead zombies on the island, and blueberries that you could farm could be traded in at shops for guns and components. And it was my attempt at making a server that rewarded farming a little bit more than what it was in the game at that time. And so you had events, you had like a tweaked farming system, different kind of watering stuff. It was so fun. I wrote a backstory for it. I was so into Rust for a while. And if any of you experience even just the slightest amount of joy that I got, you will have a blast. If you're on the fence about it, I would get it during a sale, because you might play it for a while and it might cause an indescribable amount of rage in you that you may never ever play it ever again after certain events happen. You might spend a whole weekend on a base and have all this cool stuff that you've gone and found, and you've won a couple of fights here and there, and then you log off and you have to go do something in the real world, and then you come back the next morning and all your shit's gone. And then you have this moment of clarity where you're like, this is just a game. What am I doing? Like, I'm wasting so much goddamn time getting all these components together for what? Just to have some little kid steal them? You will inevitably have that feeling. But if you persist through that, I think that Rust makes you a more resilient gamer. You will be able to handle any sort of racist, homophobic slurs that are thrown your way. It's just going to bounce right off you. You will be able to withstand the most toxic multiplayer environments because Rust will have battle hardened you to be this player who is unfazed by anything. So for that alone, just to be better at the stress and the shit talking that happens in later multiplayer games, Rust is worth it. And if you tack on top of that, the game is actually incredibly fun and immersive and rewarding and complex. I would play it. It is a thumbs up. You should play Rust. Rust is awesome.